This is Chicago, the third most populated city in the United States. It has a lively nightlife, plenty of restaurants, and a plethora of swanky hotels. These places are supported by a booming tourism industry, an estimated 146,500 jobs. Earlier this year, the Chicago mayor announced that it had reached a new city record of 55.2 million visitors in 2017, a number that continues to grow. The day was July 14th, 2018, and I was in Chicago for one reason: to play Pokemon. Specifically, I was there for Pokemon Go Fest. Sprawling a 1.8 mile trek through Lincoln Park, the event attracted over 21,000 trainers, including famous influencers such as Mystic7, Pokemon Master Holly, Reversal, and TrainerTips. If you're feeling lost, Pokemon Go is a location-based game that uses your GPS signal to move around in the game's world. So this mechanic has forced players off of couches, into the world, and into the presence of other like-minded people. Something that back home in Wisconsin I found to be amazing. I've met some of my best friends from Pokemon Go. Other than the tiny bump that deployed my airbags on the way, I was excited to be there. Not just for the game, but to be surrounded by so many different people. Day one, I did not attend as a trainer, but as support for my brother. Thanks to this, however, I was able to get a preview of what was to follow on my day to play. Once there, we walked the entire course. I was thrilled to see so many enthusiastic players wearing amazing outfits. The fun environment and atmosphere that Niantic had put in place was something that I hadn't really expected, but it worked, and I had nothing but a smile on my face the entire time. In my awe, from the corner of my eye, I got a glimpse of one of my favorite YouTube personalities, Nick from TrainerTips. He was busy with some #sponsored Niantic time, but it was in that moment I hid a little secret mission in my back pocket, something just for the veggie nerd, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Since Nick was busy, and I couldn't catch any Pokemon in the park, I decided to head out for some food. I ended up in this nice little mom-and-pop pizza place where I enjoyed my first pizza in the city, known for their deep dish. It was delicious, to say the least, and if you're in Chicago, I'll put their link in the description so you can check them out sometime. After the late lunch, I decided to go back to GoFest to try and make the YouTuber meetup. The walk ended up being too long, and I didn't make the 2-hour cutoff time, so I didn't get to meet them per se, but I still headed to the Mystic tent to get a chance to see the people I've only seen in pixels. Creepily watching from afar, I saw the well-known YouTuber signing autographs and taking pictures. It startled me, but for a moment, Nick, TrainerTips, pointed in my direction and yelled, "I see you over there!" He was talking to Brandon Tan, the #1 Pokemon Go player in the world. This guy has hit the max level in the game 29 times, and the game's only been out for a 2-year span. That's 571 million experience points. And he was standing right next to me. With no preparation at all, and no plans, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I went up to him and I asked if I could record a short video clip. I wanted to ask him a question. Brandon, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is laksa. It's a local delicacy or dish in Singapore. Laksa, L-A-K-S-A. Yeah, you can Google for it and look for it, man.
Perfect, thanks, man.
All the best.
He was one of the most friendly, happy people I met at GoFest, and soon I'm excited to bring his favorite food in an easy-to-follow, informative veggie nerd video. Make sure you keep an eye out for it. I hung around the area, and afterwards Niantic arranged a group photo where I watched the influencers gather footage for their vlogs. I hadn't forgot about the idea that I had hidden in my back pocket, but had honestly given up hope. I was too polite. I didn't want to bother anyone. After the group photo, I was feeling pretty tired, so I sat down in the grass. And I was looking through my Pokemon, and I realized that was my last chance to enact my plan. I stood up, and I approached with assertiveness, but politeness, and I asked a complete stranger for a favor. I asked, would you record a video with me? And the reply was, sure man, let's do it. Hey, I'm Eric, aka the Veggie Nerd. This is Nick.
How's it going, man?
Also known as TrainerTips.
Got my hands full at the moment.
What's your favorite food?
I'm a big fan of Thai green curry.
Thai green curry. So, I think I'm gonna have to make some for you guys to see and try out.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks Nick.
Of course,
Great
man.
meeting you.
You too.
Have a great day.
You too, man.
I had gotten my clip. I had gotten to talk to and interact with my favorite player. Cool. I have to be a nerd if I geek out over meeting people like this. I still felt guilty though. I'm sure I was just another weird stranger asking for a selfie or an autograph. Nick, if you ever see this, thanks man. You inspired this video, and I really appreciate what you do, so keep it up. I walked away from Lincoln Park a happy player, but I realized I had yet to really play Pokemon on my own yet. So to fix this, I headed to Navy Pier. Me and my group were, after some struggles with parking, made it to the gold mine of players and Pokemon alike. It was one of the coolest things I had ever seen. After catching our fill of pocket monsters, we were exhausted, drained from an eventful day. It was then, walking to our parking spot, that Navy Pier presented our last surprise. The sky lit up with dancing colors, and I felt overwhelmed with gratitude for such a stellar day with friends and family. Thank you, Chicago, and thank you to everyone I shared this experience with. I won't forget it.